What are the issues that you're hearing from Black women voters that they say, I need your candidate to be talking about this? And what are the issues that you know from being a Black woman here in South Carolina that are going to be important for any candidate to be talking about?
One major one that just came up with someone I was talking to yesterday, of course, is healthcare, right? And she's having a situation right now with her mother, and they're trying to provide care for her mother. So those are real issues, because the care for her mother then also leads into her work responsibilities, because she has children, and now how do I care for my child and get my child to school? And I mean, so then it kind of flows into the whole education piece, because we want to make sure our children are educated. So it's all of those things. And we tend to use them as buzzwords because we don't drill down, because we don't have the time to drill down into them. But they are real issues that women care about. And even beyond that, you know, I have a group of single women who we're talking about, we got to take care of ourselves. So we got to get paid the right way, because we don't have husbands to lean on. So we need our salaries to be high enough to take care of us into the future. So all of the things that matter to everyday people matter to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Healthcare, doula care, everything that's going on with just the mortality rates for women, Black women, and childbirth. That's very important. I think the definition of work, I've heard a lot about that, just like what Roz was saying about having to take care of your family. You end up having to quit your job and you're taking care of mom all day long full time. That's work, right? And now you're lost at salary. Now you can't really claim anything on your income taxes. So all those things really matter.
Can you tell me if you can think of any examples where you've been out with voters and they've been able to really bring an issue to life for you?
Well, I can talk about public transportation, because that's not an issue that we talk about, especially like when we talk about social justice issues. You can have health care, you can have education, you can have all the resources, but if you can't get to the hospital, if you can't get to your college or to your school, can't get to the grocery store, then you really don't have that, right? So I used to work for the bus system. I was a public relations specialist for the bus system in town. So I'm still in contact with some of the Black single mothers who takes 3 hours a day to take their kids to school and then go to work. And then they get home, you know, at 7, 8, 9 o'clock because it takes so long for them to get back home from riding the bus. Or that's only if they have bus access, right?
I wanted to mention what another you asked about, climate change.
Correct.
Because it's not something that we normally think about as relates to our community. But when you drill it down and people, you know, I have been able to get people engaged about climate change and by showing them how it does impact you on your day-to-day living.
Anybody that is from the coastal region, that's something is easily broken down, because whenever the storms come in, and if I'm a low-income person, that means I don't work. And there's been times, and then adding the rural component on it, where you're going to be the last one to get lights turned back on. So I know personally friends and family that have been out of power for weeks whenever these storms come. So like, that's again going back to the top part about the messaging and how framing the argument for somebody in the Low Country, Horry County is simple. Climate change is probably top one, because that messes up with people's money, and then also like childcare. Schools, all of that, because then you see the kids have to go to school longer to make up days and things like that. People of color care about climate change, because you know that's the narrative that they probably don't want to push nationally, but we do.